Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to Conversations with JR. I hope all is well with you. Listen, I think that the dog days of summer is over. Today is Saturday, October 11th, and it is raining and it is chilly, but it is a good day for relaxing under the covers. Push the reset button, do some self care. But I think today is a perfect day for me to have a conversation with you. At Conversations with JR, we like to say that we are changing lives through the power of conversations. And today, I would like to read to you from another one of my books. The last reading was from my book, The Waiting Game, which I published in 2015, available on Amazon and floydbooks.com. And that book was about me exploring my relationships and all the brokenness and the relationship myths that lead us into emotionally broken relationships, and basically how we treat each other in relationships and how those relationships, shaped me and defined me into who I am today. So here we are, 2025. The book I'm getting ready to read from you today is called 90 Days of Reflection, Discovery, and Renewal. And this book is, I would like to say, it is the sequel to The Waiting Game. Because here we are years later. I wrote this book in between 2018, 2019. And here it is. I thought that I had healed, learned all I needed to know about myself and about being in relationships and, being in better relationships. But come to find out, I hit a brick wall. We're going to call him Jonathan. That was my brick wall that I hit. And I met him, and he wooed me, and he courted me. After years of me being single by myself, just feeling hopeless, in walks Johnny. And he is who we refer to as a representative because he represented at that time everything that I was feeling, everything that I was thinking, and everything that I was longing for. And in walked Johnny. And to come to find out that Johnny wasn't the real deal. Now, hear me out. This isn't about finger pointing. This isn't about blaming. This is not about male bashing. I am reflecting. I am sharing my experience. And I am talking true facts. We got engaged. Yeah, he put that ring on it, girl. I gave up my apartment. I moved in with him. And I stayed for 90 days. And during that 90 days, Jonathan showed me who he was, the true person who he was. And I tried to do what a lot of women do when we get shocked and we wake up in the morning, we be like, what happened? Oh my God, what did I get myself into? Who is this person? And I talked myself through 90 days of, I can do this. Maybe it's just me. Maybe we need a period of adjustment. He's been single by himself, living by himself. I have been single for many years, living by myself. And maybe this is just something that I need to adjust to. And it's something that I need to get used to. No. One day I woke up and I said, this feels like I did this before. Feels just like something that I lived many years ago, and I'm not bound to repeat it. So, make a long story short, before I get into the reading, when I made a decision that I no longer want to be with him, it was not an easy breakup. It was ugly. He didn't give me time to look for a place, get my things together. So it was a whole lot of uproar before I could find a room, put my things in storage, and carry on with my life. And I just thought during that time period that I would do some reflecting and I would be doing some thinking, not so much thinking about, oh my God, what happened this time? I don't want to go through that. It's probably right. I can't keep a man and all that. I wanted a different type of healing. I wanted a different type of answers to my questions. So I started on this journey to journal for 90 days, and I journaled for 90 days. I ate well, I slept well. I went to the gym, and I just wanted to take care of myself. And I went into deep isolation, and I talked up mainly to myself and, to people that would give me some real good insight. So this is how the book, The 90 Days of Reflection, Discovery, and Renewal, came about because after I journaled for the 90 days, I thought, you know what? I want to share this with the world. I want to share this with women, men, couples, partnerships, 18 and older. I want to share this with the world because in the 90 days of reflection, discovery, and renewal, this is my personal journey of deep contemplation and a search for answers to a life that was in constant battle with tragedy and depression and hopelessness and brokenness. Oh my God, it was a disaster. Now, for some people, hitting a brick wall knocks the life out of them. For me, my collision led to clarity. That brick wall led to clarity to understand how unnecessary distractions and being aware of the cause what caused my life to veer off course? Why I kept repeating these horrible cycles and patterns and tragedies and opening a door for drama. My experience have taught me that sometimes a second chance can lead to a new beginning. And that's how I feel. That it led me, really, really led me to a new beginning. So I would like to share with you the last chapter of the sequel to my first book, A Waiting Game, 90 Days of Reflection, Renewal, and Discovery. The last chapter is called Rebirth. Death, divorce, broken engagement, men and women leaving their homes searching for greener passage, single mothers, fathers, and grandparents raising children, loss of employment, grave illness, losing a home, going bankrupt. These are just some of life events that people have in common. The event in life that we sometimes have no control over can lead either to great change or emotional disaster, depending on our reaction or non reactors. During the process of writing this journal, reading self help books, and listening to motivational speakers, what worked for me might not work for you. Others may view my broken engagement as a disastrous, life changing event, and it would have been if I allowed it to destroy me emotionally. That relationship reflected how out of focus my life was and the inner turmoil that I was avoiding looking at my life and looking at what I really needed to see. Sometimes what we see as an ending sometimes could be a new beginning, a chance to get a new perspective on life. I have never put myself first. It's always been family, church, and work. I have been loyal to my family to a fault. I was raised to believe that family is everything. Blood is thicker than water, and that family sticks together no matter what. Now that I have matured in age and experienced certain aspects of my family life, I learned family might mean everything to some people. But in my opinion, it depends on the family and that individual is born into and the values that they are taught. As far as my religion views, I do not understand how to have a spiritual life until I was in my 40s. I entered in Bible Academy and I studied the history of the Bible for a year. I immersed myself in studies that year and had a profound effect on me. My employment life has been a long, difficult climb from an unskilled home health aide and a high school dropout. I have never thought in my life, my wildest dreams, that I was capable of accomplishing all that I have thus far. Somehow, along the way, I lost something that I am desperate to get back. I'm aware that my desire to be in a relationship has been one of the biggest distractions keeping me from achieving my vision. I don't blame men. I take full responsibility for my role and taking part in the relationships that I had no business to be in. All those nasty, messy situationships included. My son repeatedly said to me, Mom, you don't have time for a relationship. Maybe he has a point. What I know now is that I am not ready for a relationship. I wanted to be in a relationship for all the wrong reasons with men who were not my equal. I wanted to be in relationships because I thought that would bring me happiness. Like I thought my education and having a high paying position would make me happy. I thought that being a diligent employee would pave the way for promotion, but it did not make me happy. And my eagerness turned into 3 years of depression. So now it comes to the only thing that's left for me to do is to live for me. I am equipped with new information to create a better life plan for myself. No longer living for the job opportunity. Instead, I can use my talent as a writer, teacher, and motivational speaker to recreate my vision and my life in the position that I desire. Now, I work to bring in income to support my goals and to be comfortable in my living space and to travel. I've been listening to motivational speakers like Les Brown and Miles Monroe and Nayara Van Zandt and R.C. Blake Jr. and Tony Robinson talk about time. They challenge people to use their time wisely. I made an effort each day to make sure that my time counts for something. On the advice of these speakers, I am putting down the romantic novels and reading books that will teach me how to be a better version of myself and build my brand. In my life, I have never been a believer of coincidence. I do believe in divine time and order. And if I had not met my ex fiance, Jonathan, and experienced that hardship in that relationship, I would have never thought of creating my YouTube channel, Conversations with JR, my podcast, Conversations with JR. I would have never produced the play, The Conversation. I would have had the idea to write this journal. So, this is how something good comes from something negative. After listening to a lot of R.C. Blinks Jr., I'm in a position that I am not ready for a relationship. I understand that now. I never was. Since the age of 18, I have been running from relationship to relationship and having not a clue as to what I was doing. I have to first work on the and address my emotional damage and brokenness. No one can heal that. No one can fix that. These are things that I have not let go of, and there are areas of my life that need to be strengthened. There are goals that I need to accomplish, like completing my master's, learning how to build my brand, secure myself financially, and be ready to live life that I am praying for and working towards. I'm starting from ground zero again, but this time when I lay my foundation and rebuild, I have better knowledge and I have clarity. No one's story is the same. We all have our own tales of good and bad relationships. For me, This was not so much about the relationship, even though it was the ending of my engagement that led me to this period of deep reflection. The work isn't going to stop just because this is the end of this journal. The journey to walk this new path is just beginning. And by the time I complete this story, it's February 2019. And since the new year, I have made major changes that I know that I will be able to stick to. I have slowed down tremendously and finally have a work schedule that will allow me free time to pursue the path of living a better life. I have downsized my living situation, made a savings budget, and planned myself and my life with purpose. I know why I'm saving. I know what I'm saving for. I have a plan for how I'm going to make my 3 trips a year happen. And I've been doing that. I'm making this my last time that I hit a brick wall because of a relationship. I started each day with prayer and listening to a motivational video. It's helped me to stay focused, and the information that I am learning from self help books and journaling has helped me tremendously. Has helped me to understand how to create a plan to push my brand conversation with JR. How moving forward, and now I am 61 and it's 2025, and I'm reading to you from a book that I published in 2019. I am pleased with my progress, and I know that I have some more uphill battles, but it is all good. This journey is all for me, and it is all about me. I see my life as a blank canvas, and I am eager to continue to create this masterpiece. I hope that you have begin this journey after you read this book. Begin a journey of self-discovery, a new path for self, for your life. You know, I like discussing issues that impact relationships and impact us as people and the brokenness within our community and within our hearts, within our families, and within our friendships. And a lot of people have lived like me. We have lived so much in chaos and drama and brokenness that it becomes a norm. It becomes a norm, and you don't even know how it is affecting you, how it is draining you, how it is pulling you down, how it's clouding your judgment. I'm glad that I hit that big brick wall. I am glad that the engagement ended. I am glad for the 90 days of reflection, discovery, and renewal. I am glad for that isolation because I have come out so much better. Oh, I can't even begin to explain it to you. So much better than what I thought I was. I thought that I had healed. I thought that I knew. A relationship's a beautiful art. Marriage can be a wonderful thing. But I was going after all of this for the wrong reasons. And I had no idea that's what I was doing. I was trying to fit myself into situationships that I had no business being in. I sat at tables